Up next on the Late Night Fix, we are talking about food.
The best burgers in Sydney. The scandal Uber Eats don't want you to know about.
Then I ended up seeing a dead small cockroach. Oh, yeah.
The meals that almost killed Matt and Hazza. Eating chicken feet for lunch. The naked client. The lady came out wearing just a G-string.
Oh,
No.
wow. It's all coming up on episode 9.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of The Late Night Fix. Tonight's topic, Foodgasms. I'm your host Hazza, joined by my co-host Mousse. Hi Mousse.
Hey, Hazza, how are we tonight, bro?
Going well. Who have we got on the show tonight?
It's 2 special guests. Hey, Matt and Jin, hey, how are we tonight?
Hey, great. How are you?
Good.
So,
Thank you.
topic for the show tonight is Foodgasms. Mousse, you're a big foodie.
Yes,
and
baby.
I know this for sure. What are your favourite foods?
Oh, mate, burgers and sexy desserts.
Okay, but I know for a fact that you have a very specific taste in burgers. What are
Yeah.
your go-tos? Where do you go for your burgers?
There's a fair few places, Chubby Buns Burgers,
Okay.
Burger Cartel,
Yeah.
and El Jana's.
Oh, rookie.
The only-
what a
the-
rookie.
No, the
Actually,
only, the
and
only
there's
good
one
place he
more.
mentioned out of those three was El Jana's.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's one more, Frango's Charcoal
Okay,
Chicken.
Frango's is good
Okay.
too.
Okay.
Frango's is. I'll give him Frango's and El Jana's, and total fail on the other two.
You don't like the other
Rookie
two?
on the other two.
No,
Okay.
we went to Chubby Buns and it was very lackluster. The flavor wasn't there. It wasn't.
Epic fail.
It wasn't what I was expecting. If you want
Okay.
a good burger around this area, Lashings is really good in 5 Dock, I believe it is.
Mr.
there's
G's in
Mr.
Strathfield,
G's is
yeah.
very good in North Strathfield. And what's the other one on Victoria Road? Is
Oh,
it
Aberdeen Burgers.
Aberdeen Burgers is
It's a-
very
Aberdeen.
underrated.
It's a food truck.
Yeah, it's only there I
Okay.
think on Friday and Saturday nights, but their burgers are so good as well.
I've been spending quite a bit of time with Mousse, and so I've only tried Burger Cartel and Chubby's. But have you tried these other places? Is there
I've been to
something-
Lashies. Yes, I've been to
Okay.
Lashings.
Not your thing.
No, it's good too. They've got different types.
I don't think he had the Lashings burger though. That's the one burger you have to get from
Yeah,
there.
I haven't had that one, but I've had the tandoori chicken burger.
No, you need the Lashings burger. Lashings has
Okay.
got the beef patty, the egg, the beetroot,
man.
the pineapple. It's like the old school like family like fish and chip shop burger.
Is
like,
there melted cheese in it, man?
and it's
Yeah.
massive, and like you struggle to finish it. It's that big.
You know which one also sort of flies under the radar is
Yeah.
Bar Luca.
That's awesome.
Bar Luca.
It doesn't fly under
I don't
the
think
radar.
that flies under like that's very well known
it's
burger place.
The Blame Canada. Ooh.
Yeah, that is a good burger.
Where are these? I haven't
The
heard
Bar
of it.
Luca is in Parramatta.
And there's also one in the city as
City,
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh,
the
it's
Bar
so good.
Canada, was it?
Blame Canada.
Blame Canada. Okay.
And they got like a burger of the month or,
They always do
whatever it
like a
is.
special
Yeah.
burger
Oh,
every
it's
month.
So good.
Yeah.
So, okay, so which, what's your favorite burger? Like, where would you go?
If I want that old school fish and chip shop burger, I'd go to Lashings. If I want like a burger that tastes really good but a little bit different, I'd go to that Aberdeen one.
Where's Aberdeen?
Aberdeen's on Victoria Road in
Gladesville.
Gladesville. Yes.
Oh, is that the one next to Macca's?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's,
that's
it's
the
like
one.
a little food
That's the
truck.
one.
It's parked itself in like a little car
I
wash.
think it's
Oh,
very,
okay.
I think it's very underrated. I don't
Yeah.
think many people know about the place, and yeah, if we can mention it and get people out there, I think
Aberdeen.
it'd be good for them.
Aberdeen, yeah, food.
Opposite the Sawdust Hotel.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah, I know the one. Okay,
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen the smoke
Really,
rising up
oh,
from
it is so good.
So when you,
Yum.
order your favorite burger, meal, whatever, and then when it comes to you, are you just in that moment, like, do you just melt and you go,
His-
oh,
his
baby?
eyes
I think that's you,
twinkle.
Mousse.
I think that's more you, Muzzy. Yeah.
Well, look, don't get me wrong, food does turn me on.
Hence the foodgasm.
Yeah, that's right.
For you, I know for a fact you get excited in the lead up to going.
Yeah,
to
100%, man, because it gets you G'd, you get pumped.
Because I get the text messages. I get the non-stop text messages in the days leading up to going to Chubby. Bro, are you excited for Saturday?
Chub is not even that good. There's so many better places.
Nah, but I always send a message saying like, hey, look, I've been craving for El Jana's and haven't been there for ages because of the lockdowns and restrictions.
Yeah.
And I'm still craving for it now, man.
How many times have you been since lockdown has ended?
just had
Be
dinner.
honest.
You mean before or during?
No, after lockdown ended.
I haven't been.
Oh, you haven't been?
Yeah. I was
Jeez,
meant to go yesterday,
You're
but it didn't
hanging
work
for it
out.
then, aren't you?
He's having
Yeah.
withdrawals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Tremors.
am.
He's
yeah,
shaking.
Yeah. I'm literally probably gonna order the 2 different burgers and probably the mixed platter too. That
Dude, what?
After
I'm
this,
joking,
you've just had 3 tacos and a burrito. That gin.
I think a lot of people know about El Jana's, but I want to mention a new place that I have discovered actually a month or 2 ago, and I went back there today, and their tacos are so amazing, and I think they're definitely worth a mention.
Yeah.
They're called Jerry's_tacos on Instagram if you want to follow them.
Yeah.
The spelling is JEERYS_tacos. TACOS. And their tacos are like out of this world. Like there's nothing that can match them in terms of flavor and taste. And their ingredients are just so fresh.
How sexy is it? Is there a sexy rating, bro?
Oh my God, you would get an instant boner as soon as you see these tacos, man. I'm telling you right now. Like,
So
like these tacos are like next level. They're like
But it's not like a taco. What you would imagine a taco to be, right?
It's actually, I wouldn't even call it a taco.
No.
It's actually a roti. So they're Cambodian, and it's actually a roti, and then on top of the roti sits all the ingredients. So the 4 main flavors they have is Khmer beef. They have confit chicken and sujuk. They have vegan tempura zucchini flowers, and they also have a slow braised lamb shank as well.
Oh, wow.
That's the one you had today, isn't it?
I had the lamb shake today, and
It was epic.
and a couple of months ago I had the beef, and honestly, both are really good. You can't fail if you go either one. So I think next time when I go there, I'm going to try the chicken one and see how that goes.
Have you? I think you've been to the Greek shops where they make the gyros. Is it gyros?
Gyros.
Gyros have nothing on this place.
But they put like chips in it and the sauce.
But
and all
gyro
that.
is just a dirty word compared to this place, man. This place.
It's a Greek kebab, you know.
Greek kebab has nothing on Jerry's tacos. I'm telling you right now.
It really, and it just looks beautiful as well.
And it's not just one thing; it's every little aspect that's on that plate. It just explodes in your mouth, and it's so delicious. And I'm actually surprised they don't have like a full-time shop. I think, I spoke to the owner today. I think he's very content and happy with what he's doing at the moment. Like, it's not even a food truck. It's actually more of a food stall, and they just go from like event to event, and they just do these events. And so if you want to check them out, they're on every second Sunday in Meadowbank
Ride Wharf Markets.
Yeah, Ride Wharf Markets. So they're at Ride Wharf Markets
Yeah.
every second Sunday of the month if you want to check them out.
So they're on today, not next week, but the week after.
Should be,
And they're on every second Sunday of the month.
Sorry, it's every second Sunday of the month.
That's what I just said. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Every second Sunday of the month. And they actually go to other venues too. But to check out their other venues, it's best to check their Instagram and then go from there.
Oh, cool.
And by the way, I have no affiliation to them. They're not, you know what I mean? They're not paying me any money, but
just had a good taco.
the food is that good that I need to share it and people need to know about it.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And that's how good business prosper. Yeah, it's like all about word of mouth, and
That's right,
and
yeah.
people spreading the word. When the food is that good, the food speaks for itself.
That's it.
Yeah.
How do they compare to Jin's tacos, the ones she made to me?
Oh, mine's different.
Jin's tacos were very delicious too, but they're actually very different though because they put a roti base. It's actually not a taco at all. So, so the roti is like a pastry, and it's sort of like a pancake, but like a thick pancake, and it's a little bit oily, but it's very delicious.
Oh, you just said pancakes. You know what that reminds me of?
What's that, Mousse?
Mango pancakes.
Oh, mango
You know what?
pancakes.
You know what? I have a gripe because every time Matt and I go to Yum Cha,
Yeah.
right, he says we'll just get 1 plate of mango pancakes. I'm like, dude,
How many is on there?
2 is on
2
one
on
plate.
each
I'm
plate.
like,
It's
dude,
not
I
enough.
I don't want to share with you. Like, I want my own
Yeah,
plate.
yeah.
And then the way he looks at me, I feel like the biggest fatty. But I'm like, I just want my 2 mango pancakes.
for sure.
Leave me be. But no, I've got to share.
My thing at Yum Cha is the chicken feet.
Yes. Oh, you eat chicken feet?
I do.
Oh, we need to go Yum Cha together because I'm the only one that eats chicken feet around me. So we need to do Yum Cha. Like,
It's my favorite thing.
It's a hard
I
no
love
for
it
me.
too.
You don't. I saw Muzike raise some eyebrows there. You don't like chicken feet, or the idea of it, maybe.
Just the look of it. I don't know.
You got to get that look out of your mind and just put it in your mouth and chew it. Man.
You know what? I have tried it. You made me try it, Matt. But I don't know. I think it's like the bones and the little.
texture.
I can't. The texture. I can't.
Is it chewy?
It's chewy.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
pig-
okay.
pig's
I
ears
kind of
is
don't
another.
like chewy foods, to be
It's the
honest.
sauce
Okay.
they make it in. It's all about the sauce. So like when you get those flavors of the soya sauce and just what they make it in and the black beans, like it's so delicious.
It just drips in your
It
mouth.
just drips in your mouth and it's soft and it's
It
it's
is
so
soft, actually.
good.
It comes off the bone.
It
It's
falls
not
straight off the bone.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not really too chewy.
No,
So it's an all you can eat
Yum
buff-
Cha.
no, Yum Cha's not
Yum
all you
Cha.
can eat, man.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
You make
No,
the
you
order.
No, because I thought it was because then I was
Don't-
going to order like 5 to 10 plates of mango
Oh my
pancakes.
gosh, yeah.
Are you telling me you never been to Yum Cha before,
No,
man?
I have been, man. Remember we went?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Golden Century is your Chinese restaurant of choice from memory. That's what you like.
Yeah.
I feel like that's fake Yum Cha. It's like Yum Cha, but
No,
it's like
Golden Century's not Yum
moralized.
Cha. Golden Century's just a Chinese
Yeah,
restaurant.
I
Yeah,
know. That's why
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
fake, like putting Yum Cha. You
my
gotta
brother
go,
reckons it's overrated.
Yeah, you got to go in the
GC.
heart of like East.
You got to go Eastwood.
Yeah.
Eastwood, like we discovered a really good Yum Cha
so
place
good.
in Eastwood. I'd like to mention their name, but I don't even know what they're called. I just know how to get there.
Oh, I can look it up.
So basically,
talk.
if anyone wants to check out this really, actually, I don't even want to tell anyone about this place because when I go there on my Sunday mornings,
packed?
it's actually quiet at the
Oh.
time I go there. I think it gets packed later on in the day, but I actually don't want to mention it because it's my secret. Actually,
Okay.
if you really want to discover,
You can come with us.
yeah, you can either come with us or I could give you a hint. It's across the street from a car park, and that's all I'm saying. I'm not giving you any more information than that.
And we go, see, I think there's a sweet spot for Yum Cha, right? Like you got to go between 10 to 10:30.
Yes, that is the time to go. If you go after 10:30, good luck. It's going to
Yeah.
be packed. It's going to be
So that's the best time when it's
Yeah,
fresh.
10 to 10:30.
fresh, and when you can like get in and get a table. If you try to go in like
Yeah.
around 11:30, 12, good luck. You're going to be sitting there waiting. If you go to Rhodes, anytime after 10:30, you're going to be sitting in a big line. Like, I don't do lines.
Yeah.
I want to get in, I want to eat, and I want to go. I'm not waiting there for half an hour.
You just want to walk in like a king, sit down
That's
and
it.
eat.
Order what you
down
want.
and eat.
And the
That's it.
place at Eastwood, they're very like they got really good hospitality. Like you sit down and you tell them what you want, and they literally just go and get whatever you want, and they bring it to you. You go to Rose and you tell them you want this, they go, oh yeah, coming, and then like you just got to wait until it comes, and that's if it comes. Like this place at Eastwood, like you say what you want, and they go and get it. Like their hospitality is like second to none in terms of Yum Cha in this area.
And the one at Rhodes,
Yeah.
if you ask them for something, they give you the biggest dirty, like you're the biggest
Yeah.
inconvenience.
Really?
If it's not on their trolley, they give you
Yeah,
the
like
biggest
big-
dirty look
well.
and they just walk off. They don't even like acknowledge like what you said. Like if they don't have what you have, they just give you a dirty look and they just walk off.
Yeah.
Every
Wow.
single time. Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
After midnight, where do you go in Eastwood to eat?
Oh man, no, Matt and I went
Yeah.
to try and find somewhere after midnight a couple of weekends ago.
Yeah.
Nothing.
There's
Ginger and Shallots? Do you know that?
No,
restaurant?
yeah, I love that,
That was
restaurant.
closed.
10 o'clock.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
remember it was open till late.
No,
Yeah,
not anymore.
They used to be.
Ah, okay,
Not
yeah.
anymore.
But you can see
think
the
12
reviews
o'clock.
as well online too.
I think midnight is the cutoff, or maybe even earlier.
No, it was earlier because we went at
11:30.
11:30.
Yeah.
And there was this little stall on the corner,
Yeah.
and we thought, oh, great, because their lights were still open. People were eating. We walk up, we were really excited.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
goes, oh, sorry, we're closed. I'm like, oh, really?
There used to
We
be
have to
that
do a dirty Macca's run.
Korean chicken place on the Korean side of Eastwood with
Oh,
the
yeah.
towers of beer.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they still...
The one
blue
with the
one.
blue lights?
Yeah.
Yeah. They were
They're still
open.
there. Yeah.
But like dirty,
Open.
oily, like midnight
Genghis
oil.
turned off
Yeah.
on that
No
place.
thanks.
Oh,
Not
I
your
know
thing.
there's a good sushi bar on the other side of the station.
Oh, with
near the
sushi
police
boat.
station. Yeah, sushi boat,
I
sushi
think
bar.
It could be called sushi boat, sushi bar, yeah.
It's really good.
All right, so other than burgers, Muzi, what else do you like to eat?
Well, I was going to ask you as well, but look, Persian food, Middle Eastern food, yeah.
What's the crispy rice thing that Jin makes that you
Tahdig.
like?
Tahdig, yeah.
Tahdig.
Oh.
Tahdig. You made
And
that the other week.
yeah,
for us,
it was an epic fail of a tahdig.
No.
But the flavour
No,
was
it's
still
good.
there.
It's a different type of tahdig,
Yeah,
man. So,
see, in Persian culture, you got 3 different types of tahdig. You've got the bread tahdig, which is the Lebanese bread. You've got your stock standard rice tahdig, and that's for the lazy people.
Okay.
And then you've got the potato tahdig, which is like neck level.
Yeah.
Everyone fights.
well,
over that.
my grandma was making, I think it was spaghetti or something.
Oh yeah.
She would put the actual potato tahdig on top of that.
See, Persians have no concept of like what's healthy or what's cut. We don't do healthy food, right?
do
like,
butter.
We do butter all the way. Like, I
carbs.
mean, in what culture do you put like potatoes at the bottom of like spaghetti? Let's be real.
Is it to make it crispy?
It's to make it crispy
Yeah.
because we do our spaghetti like the Persian. I like to call it Persian version.
Yeah.
And we don't. It's not like a normal spaghetti bolognese. The base is essentially the same, but then what we do is we layer it up in the pot and we let it steam. But before we do that, we add a layer of potato down the bottom and it crisps up.
Wow.
And then
Yeah.
you put the spaghetti-esque on top, let that steam, and then the potato gets crispy. And then when you sort of turn it over in the pot,
Yeah, it's like the icing.
Yeah.
yeah.
You get that crunch.
Yeah, it's
so good.
amazing. Yeah. Your eyes just roll back,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
And people fight over it. Like, people legit fight over it. They're like, oh, you had too big of a piece, or you already had,
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like liquid gold.
Yeah.
So, what are your favorite desserts, Muzi?
Oh, baby. We're in the
Oh,
dessert.
gee.
We're going straight
Oh,
to
wow.
desserts.
Dessert department.
Yes.
Well, I gotta say, number one, Bay Vista dessert bar. I gotta
I
give
feel
it to
they're
them.
overrated.
Overrated, big
attest.
time.
Well, they've got like a book, right, with all different desserts in it. But I love it. It's the best.
You've taken me there a few
I
times.
mean, yes, maybe the price is a bit.
I don't care about the price, man. I'm
Yeah.
not talking about price.
Same.
All right, I'll give you a story about Bay Vista. Gin and I went to Bay Vista Parramatta one time. We got that chocolate fondue thing, got the strawberries, got the bananas. Man, I felt so sick
Yeah.
after that. My stomach was like, bleh. I was like, tummy was turning. There was way too much, like the chocolate was just so, man, I did not enjoy it.
Neither did I.
Fair enough.
It
Fair
was
enough.
way
But-
too much. I think there's way better. Like creme brulee is way better
yeah.
than
I mean, look-
Bay Vista any day. Like
I mean, yeah,
if
true.
you do a good creme brulee, that's way better than over the top, chocolate from Bay Vista.
Look, true, but there was a book of different desserts. I mean, you didn't have to order that one you got, but
Oh,
look,
he's getting
you probably,
defensive. He's getting defensive
you
now.
probably,
He's like,
you
don't
know,
talk
didn't
about
know-
my Bay Vista like that, man.
Ambassador of Bay Vista.
He's like, look here, I will fight to the end for Bay Vista right
I mean,
now.
probably didn't know how this one was tasting, so it was a trial and error. But look, the
Right,
cheesecake.
melted chocolate with strawberries.
Yeah, it's
What
not
do you
that
mean, how did
complicated,
you
bro.
taste
What are
it?
you
Let's
talking
be
about?
They've
real.
got the Nutella pancakes, man. They've got the cheesecake thick shake. You guys got to try that.
I haven't tried that. I
Yeah,
tried
we
the
have
peanut
not
The
butter.
tried
strawberry cheesecake thick shake is the bomb.
The bomb.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
I haven't, because when I went there, they sold out of it.
Well, don't worry. They
they
make
have
it
sold out.
and they sell it. Yeah.
They make it and they
next
sell
time.
it.
It's so heckaballecty.
But I think you enjoy the trip out there. You enjoy
I
the
love it.
drive out
I love
there.
it. Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
You got to get out of your area,
Yeah, and you put the high energy trance on the radio.
You go from
The
right
dance-
to Parramatta.
Yeah.
The
Dancing in
Wherever.
his car on his way to his strawberry thick shake.
that you've been-
Strawberry cheesecake thick shake.
or the
Dancing,
Nutella-
shaking his bum going,
You know who makes amazing thick shakes? You know the milkshakes at Mr. G's where they got peanut butter and jelly flavour.
wow.
They've
Yeah.
got like Turkish delight flavour.
Yum.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man, it
Yeah.
is.
They got like you said the peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah,
What
that's
else do they
another
do
one.
there?
Oh, baklava.
Yeah.
Baklava.
Is it a big one? Is it a big, large, thick shake? Or?
No, like medium size. It's not
okay.
everything has to be that big, Muzika.
I only do big, man. I don't do small, medium.
Come on, let me tell you something. It's all about quality, not
Not
quantity.
quantity.
I gotta say, last week we went to Frango's and I thought to myself, you know what? I'm just gonna order the same thing Muzike orders, and I did. I couldn't. I got through half of it and I was already so full.
What did you order from
What'd you
Franco's?
order?
It was a double. It was a double Frango burger.
a double
Oh,
something.
you just got the burger. You know what you
no,
gotta
with
get
the
from-
meal. I got
The meal with the
yeah,
chips,
with the
yeah.
Okay.
But they overloaded because they were closing.
Yeah.
They were closing for the
Okay.
day, and they overloaded my like box and Hazard's box as well too.
Yeah. You know what you got to get from Frango's? You have to get this from Frango's. You have to get the grumbig. So basically, it's like carrots, Spanish onion, chickpeas, and it's made in like this really nice like olive oil mixed all together. That is so delicious. That's my favorite thing from Frango's. Grumbig. Yeah, it's like a Portuguese, famous Portuguese dish.
Have you had their chocolate mousse?
I don't think I had that.
I was going to order that
man. I've had it before.
Is it orgasmic, Brian?
Oh, yes, it is.
Have you ever eaten at the Frango's? Where is it?
Bella Vista?
Bella Vista.
The
Petersham?
Petersham.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the original one.
That's the original one.
I've been
Have
there.
you ever eaten
been in
upstairs in the restaurant?
No,
I have once.
So good.
I have once, yeah. But
It is
the
amazing.
only downside is with the original place at Petersham, they don't have FPOS. They only accept cash.
Oh, we're back to the cash topic again.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it was so inconvenient. Like everyone's got to go and pull out money and stuff.
I think that's changed.
I think that's changed. I think you can pay your card now.
No. Only at the Bella Vista store and the new stores. They've got the FPOS as well too. But
When's the last time you been to Petersham, man?
I haven't been there for a while because last time I was there for training, part of my work. But yeah.
What about Ogalo's?
Look, Orgala's
Not bad.
Look, Orgala's is okay, but I see it as a base model.
Yeah, it's the fast food side of Portuguese cuisine.
Like Oporto's, you know.
Yeah, very similar to Oporto's.
Yeah.
Fair enough. What about healthy stuff like vegan food or vegetarian?
What? I'm sorry, does that exist? Sorry. What would you say? Does that even exist?
Vegan, boy.
Have you tried that? I mean, last night we had plant-based meat. Our host cooked these plant-based meat burgers. Did you enjoy those?
Look, it tasted all right, but there was no meat in it. But it was something,
But
different.
could you tell the difference? So if you didn't know that it was plant-based, would you have been able to tell the difference?
Yeah, because there's some sort of taste to it.
Yeah, the taste, the texture. Has anyone tried the Rebel Whopper? That's the...
I've tried... Is that the plant-based Whopper?
Yes.
Yeah,
what do you
tried
think
that.
of that?
Jack?
I didn't mind it.
It's actually not that bad, but you can tell that it's not meat though.
It's not
still,
meat,
yeah. But it's actually not that bad. It's not as bad as what you think it would be.
Do you like... Sorry, go on.
Sorry, I was just going to say, I feel like the poor vegetarians and vegans are not being represented in this group.
It's okay.
A bunch of carnivores here.
Yeah, we are. But if they did come on, we'd be happy to hear what they had to say. But yeah, this is all a meat omnivore episode.
I don't mind a good vegetarian meal sometimes. Like, it goes a long way.
Even a salad's good too,
Salad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's vegetarian, isn't it?
Salad with steak in it.
Yeah.
or chicken pieces, yeah.
So for a burger to be good, Mousse and Matt and Gin, what has it got to have in it? What's
well, I mean,
your checkbox list?
The correct temperature. It needs to be like really juicy, man.
Juicy.
It just needs to fizzle and pop in your mouth.
Then why do you like chubby buns?
Yeah,
Because that
chubbies
does
is
not do that.
I mean, I don't go all the time. It just depends. Like, if there's nothing else open, in your area, whatever.
I think it's
that's
the logo. I think it's the actual logo that you like. I don't even think it's the actual food. I think it's the logo. Some cute girl, cartoon girl. The name's Chubby Buns. Got a cute name. I think that's why you go. I don't even think it's got anything to do with the food.
But look, Hazza, you've tried their thick shakes, the Kit Kat.
Okay,
thick shake.
their thick shakes are good. They're okay, but the burgers are trash.
Oh, you've had their thick
burgers
shakes?
are trash.
We had the thing, the Tim Tam and the Kit
Yeah,
Kat.
yeah.
The thick shakes are okay, but the burgers are trash.
Okay, so it's got to be juicy. It's got to have a nice fluffy bun on the top. Has it the cheese?
Oh, melted cheese.
It's got to melt and kind of got to drip.
Dribble down.
drip.
Yeah.
You know one thing I don't like? I don't like double patty.
Oh, yeah,
I think double patty is a waste of time. I think if you got to have double patty, then it's a shit burger to begin with because real burgers only need one patty.
Mousse is shocked.
Good burger.
Mousse is shocked.
You don't need double patty.
I love double patty.
You don't need double patty. If the burger is good and the patty is perfect, you don't need double patty.
Then the
double
one patty serves it.
Yeah, double patty is overkill. It over flavors the palate in your mouth every time you bite because you're getting that double beef or that double meat, and it's the ratio is not right. So if they're doing a burger that's double patty, they're doing it to try to make up for the shit taste.
Okay, but how thick or thin is this patty?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. There's no need for double patty at all. Only single patty.
All right.
If the flavors are right, all you need is single patty.
Muzike, you seem very upset about this.
He's burning right now. His
Well-
face is going red.
No, I mean, look, normally if I get a burger, there's normally, double patty in it. I don't like single fillet patty or whatever. I don't know. I
Does
just
it not
love a
fill
double.
you up?
Yeah, nah. Like the double ones, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when Matt and I first started dating,
Yeah.
it was a thing that we would do. We'd just go around to all of the burger joints, especially the new pop-up burger joints. We went to holes in the corn, like in a hole in the wall places. We went to like huge places. I think I'd classify myself as a burger connoisseur. How about you, Matt?
I think in that time we were. I don't think we go for burgers that much
I think
anymore.
we're over it. I know.
I'm not over it. I think
am.
you're over it. I'm definitely not over it. Yeah, I'm definitely not over
But
it.
no, and like we've tried the Mary's burgers and the
I mean, look, besides burgers, like, what else you guys like? I mean, what restaurants do you like going and all that?
Oh, I got a good shout out for an Italian place that I actually think is probably, in my opinion, probably the best Italian restaurant that, in my opinion, Enzo's Cucina at North Mead. Shout out to them.
So
they're
good.
pretty much any pasta, but the best pasta is the Boscaiola pasta.
Oh, yeah.
Their pastas are amazing. So shout out to them.
What
They're
about their
definitely-
lasagna? Is it any good? I love lasagna.
I don't order lasagna from there. I normally get pasta.
Okay, cool.
For a good pizza, Matt, where would you go?
Well, you definitely got to go to Luigi's Pizza at North Ryde. That's definitely a
100%.
must-go place for sure.
100%.
Well, yes,
I've heard
I
good
agree
things.
with you as well. Luigi's, and there's another place I really like is Manor Pizzeria.
Manu.
Where is that?
There's a fair few stores. They've just recently opened one up down just Concord, like near North Stratfield. There's another one in Waterloo, past the city.
Okay.
There's one in, I think, Mossman. There's a fair few.
Want to
Marrickville.
try?
It's really good. They've got besides pizza, they do these Lebanese like style wraps. Like there's one called the Beirut style.
Yeah.
It's got za'atar in it.
What's that have?
Za'atar is a Lebanese spice essentially, and it's made up of a range of different spices in that one spice, and it's tangy and it's so good.
Yeah, it's got a bit of oil in it too. You mix it. Yeah.
You mentioned Persian before.
Yeah.
Jammy Jam.
Jam.
Jammy Jam.
Yeah,
We
and
went
they're
there the other
in
week.
Hornsby. So shout out to Jam.
They do a good. Correct me if I'm saying this wrong. Kobide.
Kubide.
Kubide. Yeah, Kubide and Juje.
And Juje.
Kubide and Juje.
And Juje.
Yeah.
And low key, there's this a funny little story. There's this Persian restaurant in Ryde, and it's on the corner of Blacksland and Victoria Road, I think it is.
No, Blacksland and I think Devlin.
Thank you. And every time Matt and I used to pass the restaurant, there was been no one in there.
Yeah.
And then it's a Persian restaurant, and I'd say to Matt, "Hurry out, man! That looks
Oh,
so
you mean
dodgy."
Church Street?
It's on Blacksland.
No, it's on Blacksland.
Yeah.
It's on the corner. It's called Shahrud Restaurant. And every time we'd pass out, I'd just be like, "Oh man, that joint looks so dodgy." And then one day, Matt and I just said, "You know what? We'll give it a go. Let's just give it a go and see what it's like." We went in. They had the best kebabs.
Wow.
Really?
So good, juicy, and the owner, the loveliest guy.
Is
Very
that the
nice
one
guy.
that they have a shisha bar behind?
Yeah, they used to.
They used to.
The council told him he had to shut it down because he didn't have
A
enough
license.
toilets. No,
Oh,
enough
okay.
toilets to
Wow.
satisfy, the
the
space
requirements.
They had.
Yeah. Is that the one next to the Telstra Exchange?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Honestly, the best. And you might drive past and there might be nobody in there. It's very, very underrated.
Right.
What's it
really
called?
good. Shahrud.
Shortwood. Well, every time we go Persian, you want to go to Hornsby, but there's a place
That's
here.
why
in
Muzzy
Ryde.
always sticks to the same
Same-
places,
same
you know,
place.
Jammu Jam, Chubby Buns, always the same places over and over again. Doesn't want to try new places too much. Do you,
Yeah,
Muzzy?
I've seen that restaurant, but like you said, it sort of looked dodgy in a way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just the image at the
It's the
front. Yeah,
storefront,
but when
yeah.
you say the food's great, we've got to go there.
Food there's good.
And
and it's cheap too. It's not that expensive.
No,
Yeah.
and the owner puts you can tell when someone puts the love and passion into the food that they're making, and my God, does he. He is so good.
Have you guys been to the other two Persian restaurants?
Nikon and Farsi. I will vouch for Farsi.
Yeah.
Really, really great food.
Yep.
A little overpriced, if you ask me, but very, very good food. Very, very good service.
I was going to comment on Farsi restaurant. For some reason, their meat is a bit dry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, compared to like Jama Jama or Nikan.
Mm-hmm.
Did you tell the owner that?
No.
Okay.
But I've been there a few times with family because they're the ones that organise and I can't tell them to cancel it. But I've been trying to convince to go to Jama Jam, but apparently it's a bit far for them. But anyways, actually it was for my grandpa's birthday. Every year, my uncle like organises for his birthday dinner, so we always end up going to Farsi restaurant. And I keep telling him, like next time, let's go to Jama Jama at least. And then my grandma's like, yeah, okay, we'll do it. When it comes to that day, they've organised going to Farsi restaurant.
You know what? We rate Jama Jam, don't we, Matt? It's
which one's
pretty
Jama
good.
Jam?
They're the ones that we always have when we go to our friend's place.
Oh yeah, they're okay, but I don't think they're the best though.
Look, their food is juicier, like the chicken, the juje, and the kubi there. Oh, it's just unbelievable.
It's good, but I don't think it's the best kebab.
Do you know what's the best? Homemade.
Yes.
Homemade kebab.
Yeah.
If you know how to do it, because it's a little bit of an art. You got to get it. You got to get it right.
The best people that make it homemade is your grandparents.
Yes.
My grandpa does the kebab, the kubi there on the skewer, and then the grandma makes the rice with the tadik. Yeah.
And the salad she does, the cucumber, tomato, and onion salad.
A lot of memories.
Yeah.
Good memories.
I miss
for you
it.
guys.
Yeah.
What's with the yogurt drink? What's that called?
Dook.
Oh, I'm not into that. Yeah, I don't play with that. Yeah.
It's pretty. I like the homemade one.
Way too dairy, like way too.
It's yogurt mixed with
It's fizzy.
Garlic.
It's garlic, but it's
salt.
Yeah, and it's got dried mint through it, and then it's mixed with, is it soda water?
Yeah. Soda.
It's fizzy.
Yeah.
It's like a
When you
fizzy
open the
yogurt
bottle,
drink.
it goes.
Yeah, as a Persian, even I'm not down with it. Like, no.
But
I
you
had it. I tried it.
I mean, you can do the homemade one instead of getting the actual bottled one because the bottled one it tastes sour.
It's
I don't know.
carbonated.
Yeah.
It's
It
carbonated.
does taste sour.
Yeah, but yes, you still put carbonated like soda water in it, but the homemade one's better.
They turned that into a thick shake actually with ice cream.
Oh, get out! Are you
what?
serious?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, they did. Yeah. Yeah, have you tried?
Where
did you
at?
know? You didn't know about. I thought you would have heard about that.
No.
Where at?
I'm not sure, but I just heard that you can get it as a thick shake.
Yeah, that's a hard no for me. That's
Really?
yogurt.
Okay.
Like, it's a hard no.
Yeah,
No. Even as a Persian.
like a smoothie.
No.
Thick, no?
No.
So, what's your favorite food, Hazza?
Oh, that's a really good question. Look,
Yeah, going to you now.
Yeah,
going to
come on,
me.
put it
Oh,
Yeah,
on the
man.
my tacos tonight, was that it? Harry?
It was actually.
Come on, what's your favorite food, Hazza?
I do like a good burger, yeah, admittedly, but probably I'm a big fan of things like laksa and
The Asian style.
yeah, ramen and seafood actually. Yeah, I
Seafood's
do.
good.
Yeah, I love oysters with lemon and tartare sauce, and I love grilled fish. And I know not everyone loves seafood,
Wait,
but that's my.
you
favorite.
have your
Yeah.
oysters in tartare sauce, do you?
No. I just have it on the side.
Okay.
Yeah. I might drizzle a bit on, but not always. But more so lemon and salt. Yeah,
Is that, do you have them raw?
I do. Yeah. Not
Have you
too
ever
many.
have you ever had oysters with like a red vinaigrette with Spanish onion and pepper?
I don't know if I've had it with all that stuff, but I have had it with the vinaigrette over the top.
It's very nice,
like a
with the
salad
vinaigrette,
dressing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, a good place that does that is Newport Arms. They do very good oysters.
I think I've had oysters
Yeah,
there.
they're delicious.
Yeah.
Very good there.
Yeah. Do you guys like fine dining at all?
Sometimes, but I have to be in the mood for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and you got to dress up for it too, eh?
Oh, Matty
Yeah, so
Fish.
No, but look, I like it too.
I only do hoodies and chubby burgers. That's it. I don't want to go to fancy places and have to wear a fucking suit and tie. Fuck that shit. I just want to go to Victoria Road and eat chubby buns.
Do you actually? I want to bring you back when we went down to Melbourne.
here
Do you
we go.
remember how we went to China Bar in Melbourne?
Oh, that place was good.
Have you been?
Yeah.
Oh,
Especially when you're drunk and it's like, between midnight and 3 a.m.
Yeah.
and
Bro,
you're
it's-
craving for a sexy Chinese
so this
feed.
place is open 24 hours. They've got a
Yes.
fair few locations, but I think there was 2 in the city, but I think, open 24 hours. But the food is just so good and the price is right as
Do you
well
like
too.
duck? Do you like duck? Peking duck?
I haven't had it, to be honest.
I like
never tried
barbecue duck.
Yeah.
I eat barbecue duck.
Yeah, with the crispy skin.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
I love their fried rice, their spring rolls.
Of course you do.
Love it.
Any of their entrees are good. Pretty much any entree you can't fail from there.
Yeah, and what is it? The dumplings. Oh, I love dumplings.
I like dumplings.
Dumplings are good.
Do you like them steamed or
I like
Fried.
both.
Fried for me.
All right, I got one
steamed as
for
well.
Muzzy. All right, at Yum Cha, other than mango pancake or mango pudding, what is your next go-to dish at Yum Cha?
Forgot. I think. Spring rolls. Is there calamari as well there?
Yeah, they have calamari.
Yeah, I
salt
like
and pepper,
calamari. Yeah, salt and pepper.
Yeah.
And salt and pepper squid too.
Yes, yes,
Sang choy bao.
yes.
I like how does it sang choy
Choi bao.
He said it
Choi bao.
very easily.
Satay chicken.
Satay.
Mongolian beef lamb, is it?
Is this all at
These
Yum
are very
Cha?
typical.
Yeah, I don't know if that's.
These
This is more
in the
typical Chinese.
Yeah.
These are like Aussie
So
fried
the stocks
Chinese.
are
Yeah.
a bit like the what was the guy in New Zealand when we went to the Chinese
Oh,
restaurant?
okay. We went to this Chinese restaurant in New Zealand. I think it was in, what's the snowy area called?
Christchurch.
No, not Christchurch. The other Queenstown.
Queenstown.
We're in Queenstown, and we went to this Chinese restaurant. It was a bit of a random restaurant, and this guy was sitting by himself.
Yeah.
So typical kind of Aussie ochre kind of bloke, and he's like. And he just made his order. He's like, "Oh, can I get a sweet and sour pork and a horn?" And ever since he said that, like me and you just started laughing with each other. It was you kind of had to be there.
You kinda had
moment.
to be
No,
there.
I know what you mean.
But it's just the way he said, like sweet and sour pork and a horn.
Sweet and sour pork and a hornigan.
What's your go-to at Yum Cha, Maddie?
Okay,
after
so
the chicken
go
feet?
to Yum Cha. So obviously the chicken feet. When I go with Hazza, we're definitely gonna get that order down. The next one I like the pork ribs. Is always
Oh
good.
yeah, that's good. Yes.
In
Yes.
Chinese, I think they
Yes.
call it pagwan, which is
Pagwan.
pagwan, which is the pork ribs. I also had because I went to Yum Cha this morning. I had the salt and pepper steak strips, which was really good as well.
Oh,
wow.
we never get that. We got to get that next
that
time.
was good. Yeah, that was really good as
That was
well.
good.
Yeah, I try to normally go to Yum Cha, pretty often on a Sunday morning. Like it's kind of like a bit of a ritual.
It's become a ritual for us. And Matt might go work
Yeah.
on the Sunday morning and then
straight after
straight
work, straight to
after,
Yum
we'll
Cha,
go straight to Yum Cha.
straight to the real business.
Yeah.
Of eating.
I like the
100%.
oolong tea in the
Oh,
white.
the Chinese
yes.
tea is so good.
Yeah.
I think it's jasmine tea they normally make there.
Jasmine, is it?
Jasmine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
jasmine
okay.
tea they normally make at the Yum Cha. It's so good.
Yum.
how about you, Hazza?
With Yum Cha?
Yeah. What
Oh.
other than chicken feet? What's
Other
the
than chicken
go-to
feet?
dishes?
Oh, that's a tricky one. It's been a while since I've been to Yum Cha, I've got to admit.
Yeah, I haven't been either too, man.
It's a very sad story that
I
is
think
right there.
I do like the dumplings,
Yep.
but they come in those bamboo
Yep.
bowls. There are about 4 of them. So I usually go for those. They're a safe bet. My mum always gets the vegetarian ones though, and I get them mixed up. I don't like
Does
the
your mum
veggie
get
ones.
the green, the green spinachy looking
The
thing?
Chinese
Yeah.
broccoli.
Yeah, Chinese broccoli.
Yeah, and it comes, the bun, the pastry looks green as well, a bit.
Pastry looks green.
Oh, that
Yeah,
you
it's
get
like
with
faint.
the dumplings.
Yeah, the
yes.
filling,
It's got like chives in it.
it must, I suppose, yeah.
I think I know which
Yeah,
one
yeah.
that is. Yeah.
Have you tried anything unusual? When I was traveling overseas in Cambodia, I ate a scorpion.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I don't think when I stayed in Thailand.
Yeah.
I was never really into like eating scorpions and cockroaches. It's not really
Silly.
my thing.
Yeah, it's silly.
because like in the
I wouldn't do it again.
in those times, like they did it like in like when it's war-stricken times and there wasn't any option, and they had to eat cockroaches, and then it kind of became a cuisine from that. And I'm not dying or in a war-stricken time, so I don't need to eat cockroaches. There's nothing. Like
actually, in regards to that, recently I did a Uber Eats order from this. I think it's Chinese restaurant. From the shopping center. Yeah, and so I ordered. A meal and stuff. I actually got chicken fried rice, right? And when it came and I was, pouring on my plate and stuff, then I ended up seeing a dead small cockroach. Ooh. Yeah.
All right, shout out. What's that restaurant called? Come on. Put it down right now. What's it called?
Li Long.
Li Long. Where's it at? Come on, man. We got to know this, man. We don't want no cockroaches in our Chinese food. Li Long, what's the suburb?
Mac Centre, Macquarie
Park.
Oh,
Macquarie Centre, like the shopping centre?
Yeah.
Okay, Li Long. Are they like close to the cinema there?
I think they're in the food court area. I've been in it before, dined in. Look, the food's good, but I actually ended up calling the store and I told them, this is what's happened. And the actual lady said to me that in the morning they had one of those inspectors or something. Yeah. And they sprayed some stuff, and then apparently they.
So what did she do to remedy that?
She actually apologized and said that this never happens, but because of the insect inspector.
I don't think it's appropriate to make an excuse.
Yeah, there's no excuse for that. Like, there's absolutely no excuse. I mean, I don't even know if I really believe that story either. I think she might have just winged that.
Sorry, pest control. That's right.
What? So pest control came and they scurried the.
Yeah. So I think they do like a monthly pest control thing, and the lady said early in the morning. What's it called? That they had the guy out and they were doing the pest control, spraying whatever, and that's probably caused it for
and the cockroach goes into people's freaking containers. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know what happened, but
that's a bit sketch. I think. So what is that called again? Lulong or what is it?
Li Long. Li Long.
All right, I'm definitely not going there then. I don't want no cockroaches. I don't want no cockroaches in my Chinese meals.
I've had a cigarette butt.
Really?
Oh, yeah, that was when I was in Hong Kong.
Oh,
yeah. The chefs smoke
they're cooking.
As they're cooking.
Really? It's like even the actual...
It's like in the movies. They're smoking and like flipping burger patties, or not burger patties, but, flipping stuff on the stove or whatever, and they're smoking at the same time. But I got my meal. And I started chewing. I bit down on something funny. Oh. And then I was like, how come I can't chew this properly? Oh. And I pulled it out of my mouth, and sure enough, it had the orange paper around it. Oh. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had an experience like that, ever, really. Yeah. I don't think I've ever had a ciggy butt. I've never had a cockroach in my meal. I've never had...
A hair? Hairs are pretty common.
Yeah, that's common.
Hair. I would have had hair. Yeah. But nothing, other than hair.
What's the consensus on hair? Do you continue to eat? Do you put it aside? Like,
I just keep going.
I'll just put it aside.
If the food's good, I'm going to keep eating. I don't care.
I don't care.
You get those people, and fair enough, whatever, power to them. But they'll just put it aside. Oh, I'm not eating. I'm like, you know what, mate? It's hair, whatever.
Because of a hair, that's a bit princessy.
Yeah, like I don't care if it's good. I'll eat it.
Yeah. Yeah. I've worked Uber Eats, and you have too, Muzzy. I don't know about you, Matt. Did you ever do Uber Eats as a courier?
No, never.
Okay.
It was fun. It was good. Yeah, it was good times.
I remember once for Uber Eats, there was a customer who'd ordered Macca's, and he just moved to Brisbane. He used to live in Sydney. His address on the app was still in Sydney.
Oh no!
No.
And I noticed. I noticed that on the app. The address was in Sydney. Went to the house to drop off the Macca's. There was a lot of it. And then the guy didn't answer the door. I called up the app, and then I got a message through from Uber telling me, he's actually moved to Brisbane.
Oh, so what happened with the food from there?
Well, the policy is, I don't do work for Uber anymore, so I guess I'm free to say what I like. The policy is to dispose of the food.
Or under your discretion.
Please tell me you took that home and ate it.
I ate the whole thing.
Yes.
Beautiful.
I was so hungry.
I can
good.
I can give you the same example too, where I picked up a porter's meal. It was actually heaps, like a family size combo he purchased, and I started the trip and it was going. I think it was about 5 to 10 minutes away or something.
Yeah.
And then the guy calls me as I'm walking towards my car, and he goes, "Look, I've actually put the wrong address in. He's around 25 to 30 minutes away." Near St. Ives.
Oh.
Okay. So what did you do?
Well, I said to her, mate, like, your food's gonna arrive cold. It's not worth me, delivering it to you. I go, look, I'm happy to do it. And then he said, I'll give you $20 extra, I'm like, all right, I'll do it. So I actually called Uber support to tell them, what's happened. Wow. He put the wrong address in and all that. And I said to them, that his food's gonna arrive cold, he won't be happy. But anyway, as I was, heading towards that way, I thought in my mind, I'm like, yeah, it's not worth it, So I pulled over, and then he messaged me as well saying like, hey mate, like I'm just going to cancel it. I'm like, yeah, dude, like, your food is going to arrive cold and all, it's not worth it, just change your address and, get the closest supporters. So anyway, I scored free food.
Nice. How do you guys feel? Did you see that thing, I think it was a few months back on, I don't know, one of the news shows where the Uber Eats driver, I don't know if it was Uber Eats, but the food delivery drivers pull aside and then
I knew this was coming.
And eat the chips or something
from the container, like full from the container.
Yeah, I saw that on, was it Current Affair or something?
It's sad.
And then they sort of smooth it over and then
cover it back up.
I think it's really sad. The thing with Uber is, it's not like a regular job where you're given a break. You mentioned, Matt, on our last episode that Henry's got to work a lot.
Yep, to make that $2 to $3 grand a week.
That involves working a lot of hours, and you
12-hour days,
right?
Yeah.
And so you do get very hungry. I personally, and I can say this now that I'm no longer really involved, I'm just saying this based on my own personal experience. I'm not speaking on behalf of every single person that does Uber Eats as a courier, but they don't really have too much concern for your welfare or your well-being.
The delivery drivers, you mean?
Yeah.
Safety-wise.
And having said that as well, so there's that they could be taking, food out of your freaking order, which is obviously messed up.
It's messed up. Totally
so there's
messed
that.
up.
And there's actually, you're paying quite a lot for Uber Eats. So let's say, for example, your order is like worth $80. Sometimes you could be paying up to like $100 on that $80 order. Yeah, we worked it out. We actually, I don't even know why or how we worked it out.
We worked it out because it was going to be like a 30-minute or 45-minute wait, and when you're hungry, you're not going to wait for Uber Eats. Yes, you're lazy, but you're not going to wait that
30,
long.
I think it was like 45 to an hour.
Something like that. Yeah. And then I said to Matt, let me just have a look on their website and just whatever, we'll go get it. It was just down the road. And then I just happened to added up our order and it was legitimately $50 less.
Yeah, there can be a massive jump in price.
$50. Like it was just a huge.
Like I think Uber Eats is good for lazy people that don't want to go and get the food themselves. But if you've got a car or a bike or a scooter and you can literally just go and get the food yourself, you're saving heaps of money by getting that food yourself, and you take that risk out of people, taking food out of your order as well.
And not only that, not only the markup, they charge you the delivery fee as well.
Yeah,
they do.
As if the markup wasn't bad enough, they charge you the fee.
The restaurants pay Uber quite a bit too, don't they, to join the app? Yeah.
They get quite a large cut taken out by using Uber.
30% or 35%?
30%.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
so what? So if it's $100 order, they only get $70, and Uber will take 30.
Yeah.
So I guess they've got to increase the cost. Everyone suffers then. In a sense, they've got to increase the cost of everything to make up what they have to pay Uber. If say 80% of your business comes from Uber,
What did we do back in the day?
They used to have their own delivery drivers. Some places still have their own delivery drivers.
Yeah. But like, could you get Chinese delivered? And like, I genuinely can't
the
remember.
Chinese place at Meadowbank, I think, have their own delivery drivers still.
Yeah.
In the long run, does it work out for restaurants and businesses though to have the Uber? Does it give them more business?
Well, there's advantages and there's disadvantages. So the advantage is you have Uber, you don't have to worry about staff. They're there. They'll come and take the order straight away and deliver it. But then you have the downside of, shitty Uber drivers that are taking food out of the order. So that's the disadvantage, right?
And the markup.
And
then so you could have your own staff, which, you might have some good delivery drivers that are good. But then if they have a sick day or something like that, then you're short of staff and then you've got to figure out what you're going to do.
I think most of the restaurants, if you notice when you order, they actually, staple the bags.
Yes.
Uber,
So the
Uber
drivers
bags,
can't take it. I know some restaurants are doing well on Uber Eats, like El Jana, and for example, Chubby Buns, because they're just constantly busy.
Yeah, that's
Like
right.
That's true.
El Jana's doing well, so they can afford to be on Uber Eats and DoorDash and Menulog.
Well, I was about to say, what about some of the other platforms?
Yeah.
Are they fairer? Menulog, DoorDash?
Oh, Menulog are rubbish.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
ripped off
She had
so
bad
hard on
Really?
Menulog. Yeah.
They're worse. Okay.
I ordered a meal and they told me it'll be here in 30 minutes. Sure, great, no worries. I think it was about 45 minutes went by and I'm like, all right, maybe they're running late. Let me check the app, whatever.
Yeah.
The app didn't work.
Yeah.
An hour went by, nothing. I called Menulog. Oh, yeah, they're on their way. I can see them. They'll be with you in about 15 minutes. All right, fine, no worries. 2.5 hours went by. I did not get my food.
Wow.
Yeah.
They offered me a refund. It never came through.
God.
And I ended up just going
Forget
and getting my own food. Like it was a nightmare. Like the time that you spend on the phone with them
Yeah.
and they spend all this money on their advertisements with
That's
Snoop
right.
Dogg or
Yeah,
whatever.
Stupid
Just
ads.
gotta be
Yeah.
loud.
So
Since
you never
then
got
we-
the
I
refund,
never got the refund, didn't get my food.
and you didn't chase it up or anything.
Nah.
And since then, we never use Menulog ever again. And we won't use Menulog ever again after that.
PSA, don't use Menulog.
Yeah.
Well, apparently they take about 15% commission from the restaurants.
15
So that's
or
a
50.
lot less than Uber.
1.5.
Yeah, wow. It's a lot less than,
Yeah.
but their customer service and their service
Yeah.
is shit.
Service is
It's like
shit,
one
though.
thing for another.
Yeah,
sometimes,
exactly.
isn't it?
You know what? I'd
With it.
rather get my food uneaten, preferably.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I actually rather use Uber Eats than Menulog.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you're lazy, then Uber Eats.
Well, they're both the same though. They're both. If you're lazy, you
Yeah, of
use
course.
one.
Yeah,
or the
of
other.
course. Yeah. It's just a convenience.
Yeah.
When I was,
but if you want to save money, don't use Uber Eats. Go to the
Okay.
place yourself and
Yeah.
pick up
Just
the
go
order.
there.
Honestly, go there.
you love Menulog. Uber Eats, sorry, Mozzie.
Well, I use it
Lazy.
here.
Because he's lazy, bro. He's so lazy. He doesn't want to get in his car and go to Chubby Buns. He just want to order it from his phone and come straight to his address.
Actually, I'm with you with Menulog. I've waited over an hour, to get my chubbies.
That's just not acceptable, is that, bro?
I'm seeing okay, it's just still assigning driver, and
Yeah.
then late, 20 minutes later, you hear the doorbell. I'm like, hang on, it's saying assigning driver,
Yeah.
and then it's the person,
So the app is all muddled up.
yeah,
a
it's
bit-
really slow. It's nothing like Uber.
How do you feel when you're working for Uber Eats? How do you feel when the customer complains? They're always right, and they always get a refund, and you always get in trouble as the driver.
Look, I haven't come across that because I just pick up their order and deliver it to them.
Yeah.
I don't see if they've complained if their food's cold or whatever. I don't see that. But
Because I was complained about a couple of times, and I've always dropped the food off. I've always left it there at the place. If the client isn't there, I've left it at the door.
yeah.
100% of the time. I can
Yeah.
only speak for myself,
Yeah.
No one can verify what I'm saying, I suppose. But anyway, I was complained about a couple of times for not delivering items.
But do you then, if you have to leave it at the door, do you text the person to say, hey?
You're not given the client's number, but you do.
It calls
You do
the
put it
call
in the
is
app, I've
Yeah.
left it here, this
yeah.
address.
But
And
you
then they
can
forward it on.
call them, but the call is routed through a landline number, so it's
right,
all
yeah, so they
hidden.
don't have,
So they
fair
can't
enough.
see your number and you can't see their number.
Fair
Yeah,
enough,
Yeah.
yeah.
But the thing is, there are so many people on the app, riders and drivers, that they can afford to not have one rider or one driver. They're not short of people wanting to get onto the app.
No, there's
Yeah.
heaps of
Yeah.
drivers,
Well, if there
Yeah.
is less drivers out on the road, then your order is going to be a bit more expensive. There's a surge.
Oh, there's a surge.
Yeah, just like normal Uber. If there's not many
reason
Ubers
not to
around,
use the service.
It's a bit cutthroat. I delivered once, or I picked up from a Thai restaurant, and I came back to my motorcycle. The ute that was in front of the motorbike was gone. My bike was on the ground.
Oh, no.
He'd reversed onto it and run it over.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
So
and
that's the risk you take with this job.
That's right. Yeah, I went back. I went into the restaurants, tried to get the CCTV footage. They weren't very helpful, so I had to go to the cop shop, unfortunately. And then
that sucks.
Yeah, the cops went in, and then they trawled through the footage for me. But the image was too grainy, so nothing could be done. They couldn't make out the rego. But I contacted Uber, and I must say, not very much sympathy from them. That was my livelihood, 100% of my livelihood at the time, and they couldn't really care less.
They don't care because
that's the problem with these big companies. They don't give a shit. You're just like a rat in their system. Like they don't see you as a person. They just see you as
a
someone,
number.
Yeah, a number. Someone that should make their money and don't have an opinion, don't have complaints.
Yeah.
And when you do have a complaint, they're not going to give you the time of day. That's the big problem that we face with large corporations like Uber.
It's a too bad, so sad mentality.
100%.
Yeah.
Like even like I noticed that most of the delivery drivers for like Uber Eats or Menulog or whoever, the company is not caring about their safety. And I've noticed they don't wear high vis vest on at night as well, because a lot of the delivery drivers been in fatalities. Man.
They have.
It's been on TV. Yeah.
Yep. In Sydney.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's very interesting that you say that, because I'm a bit of a safety ambassador at work in my job, and the amount of people that have died or been in an accident or whatever it is because they don't have the proper safety gear and whatever. And you're absolutely right. I think that these people delivering food for us, they need to ensure their own safety. And it's Uber's responsibility, or whoever the company is. It's their responsibility.
It's a bit of a farce.
Safety.
When you do the training. It's a computer multiple choice.
Yeah. It's because you're a number, right?
Yeah.
Like they don't care. You want to sign up to Uber, that's on you. They've not come out to recruit you.
Yeah.
You've essentially
gone to try and
recruited
get
them.
that
Yeah.
job, yeah.
Like I remember one time I was at the lights at the intersection, and I was in lane 1, and then the Uber Eats person on the bike was on lane 2 right next to me. He was wearing black color clothes.
At night.
Yes.
Wow.
And I opened my window and I said to him, "How are you, brother? How you going? How's your night going?" And he said, Good. I said to him, "If I was you, please wear a high-vis vest, because at least you're visible at night. I don't want to see or hear anyone else, dying, getting hit by a truck or whatever. It's really important to wear a high-vis vest."
What did he say to you?
He said, "Thank you, brother. He said he'll try to get one." I even showed him.
Yeah. It's not hard to go get a high vis.
It's safe. Look, safety is number one priority, man.
Most workplaces provide their employees.
Of course.
It should be part of the makeup of the company.
I would say so.
Company.
Don't you think? Yeah.
And I've seen like Amazon delivery drivers wearing blue high-vis vests as well too. So
even the Australia Post has contracted out, drivers to deliver their parcels during lockdown. Even they wear high vis, stuff. Yeah. Because essentially they're working for the government, right? So
So I have a question. So Hazza or Mousse, you guys both done Uber Eats. So have you ever come across like a dangerous situation, like a sketchy house or like a weird house, people arguing, or a dog that's going to bite your balls off? Or have you ever come across like a weird situation where you didn't want to enter the property?
I did come across a weird situation. I delivered some food out to a place that I won't disclose, but the lady came out wearing just a G-string.
Oh, no.
Wow.
That's dangerous on different levels.
I know it was dangerous.
Was
but
she old? Was she young?
Yeah, we need a description of the lady.
She had dreadlocks.
Oh, okay. Smoking ganja in one hand, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I have a feeling she was. Yeah, because she ordered a lot of food. And but yeah, she came out. It's strange, because there's a policy, obviously, and they do educate the riders and the couriers about proper behaviour on the job.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just sort of made sure that I was under the street light. I could be seen. I gave her the bag and then I went off.
So she
straight
had
away.
a G-string, no top on, nothing.
No, she was topless.
Well,
And she
so
came out of the house, out on the street.
No. So she came to the gate. She opened the gate. I just stayed there outside the gate.
But outside.
Well, I stayed outside, but
She
I
came to
could
the
see
gate.
her because the latch gate
yep.
opened, and there it was, the
Wow.
the headlights and the G-string.
And what was your reaction, man?
Instant boner.
Well, look,
He had a chubby bun.
A big chubby fan.
it was a natural reaction.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
Your eyes lit up.
A natural physical reaction. Is that what you're trying to say, Hazza?
Bing.
You might have to read between the lines.
Oh, God.
But
Is she hot?
She was, yeah. I'll put it.
Okay.
She had dreadlocks, which I
Like, do you
know
reckon,
isn't everyone's thing.
Do you
but yeah,
reckon
she was good-looking.
she did that on purpose so you could go inside with her? Do you reckon?
No, I don't think so. I wouldn't do that anyway. I don't want to get in trouble, and I don't know what her angle is. I didn't know her from a bar of soap.
What'd she order?
Yeah. I can't remember, to be honest. It was a long time. I just I remember what she looked like, but
Of course you did.
I can't.
I wouldn't forget that image either.
I can't remember.
Sometimes
what
I
she
think
ordered.
delivery drivers are one of the sketchiest jobs going around because.
You used to be one.
Yeah, I didn't do Uber, but I was a pizza delivery boy for a very short amount of time, and the time that I did the pizza delivery was actually like right after I'd done security. So, I used to work in nightclubs and bars and pubs and, as a bouncer. And I actually thought that delivering pizza was more sketchy than being than being a bouncer. Because if you think about it, as a bouncer, there's cameras, there's lights, everyone can see you.
Yeah, that's true.
There's always there's either someone around or cameras that can see you.
Yeah.
So you're kind of in a safety net in that aspect. But when you're a delivery driver, you're going to random houses, you're going to random properties. There could be a dog that's about to, attack you from as soon as you walk in the gate. There could be a domestic going on as soon as you knock on the door. You don't know what door you're knocking on.
Yeah.
You don't know if you're always at the right address. There could be so many different variables going on. A lot of the time it could be late at night. There's so many dangerous aspects of being a delivery driver that I think is even worse as a security guard or bouncer.
I'd love to rock up to a domestic, someone that's having domestics.
Oh,
I'd
God.
sit outside the door and eat their food and just listen to what's going on.
Then you'll be on current affairs.
Yeah, I'd be that one on current affair. Have you ever come up against anything untoward?
What, as the pizza delivery
Yeah.
boy? No, but there was a few moments where I went to some sketchy apartments in Top Ryde that it was very dark and there was some unsavory people walking around and you know
I've
when
had that.
you get a bad
Yeah,
vibe,
I've had all that.
you get that feeling in
Yeah.
your gut. It's like the sixth sense.
Yeah.
And even when you get that sixth sense and then all of a sudden police just show up and you're like, oh shit, there is something going on here. Do you know what I mean? You do get those weird sixth sense moments where something could happen, but nothing happened. When I was a delivery boy.
I do remember this one where I was delivering into a cul-de-sac, and there was a fibro house at the end of the cul-de-sac, and then the curtains came out, and a Sikh man with the
Turban.
Oh, yeah, the turban.
looked out as his son came to get the food, and then two cars pulled up behind me, and nothing happened, but I did get that same gut feeling that you had,
vibe,
that something bad could have happened. I could have been mugged for my Uber bag or something. Or
You got to be desperate to mug someone for Uber.
No, but
I have
but
some
that
good
sense,
mugging stories, but I think I got some good mugging ones.
Oh,
but
well, yeah,
you
go
want
on.
to do it?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Go
Okay,
on.
all right. So when I lived in London, the trains and not really the tubes, it's more the trains that can be a bit sketchy, from my experience anyway. So the trains are basically the outskirts of London, and the tubes is what consists inside London City,
Yep.
right? And there's been a couple of scenarios where, it's that gut feeling, you think something's going on. The first time I was, it was early in the morning and I was wearing a suit because I was, working as a paralegal, and I was, going to work, but I woke up extra early this morning to meet this girl because I was going to go somewhere with this girl. I can't even remember like where I was going with her. Yeah. But anyway, I was on my way to meet this girl, and we're driving I'm in the train by myself because it's early. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm in the carriage by myself. Okay, and as we pull up to the station, there's these two guys that are talking to each other at the platform, right? Yeah. And then the doors open. They come into the carriage, and one sits like in front of me to the left, right? Yeah. And the other guy sits directly behind me. And I already know that these guys were talking to each other because I saw them as we approached on the platform. So I know that they know each other. And as we're sitting in this carriage, it's me and these two other guys. The guy that's on my front to the left is looking at me and then looking at the guy behind me all at the same time, you know? Yeah. And they're both like, you know, and I just see his eyes look at me, look at the guy behind me, look at me, look at the guy behind me. Yeah. And I'm thinking, oh shit, like it's going to happen here. Like I already could see the scenario like that's about to happen, you know. The guy behind me is going to, you know, put me in a headlock. Maybe he's probably going to have a knife because London people, they love to have knives or blades. Not really guns. It's always normally knives more than guns.
Or box cutters or something.
Box cutter or some kind of sharp object, either a knife or a box cutter. And so I'm thinking, you know, this guy's going to grab me from behind, grab me around the neck, and the other guy's going to come up and ask for my stuff. So, you know, I wasn't really in the mood to giving up what I had. So I actually got up and like, you know, started cracking my knuckles and like shaking my hands and like getting ready to fight basically. Yeah. And literally the next stop, they just got up and they just went out. They went off at the next stop and they just left.
Do you reckon? So what? Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
You might have scared them off though.
Yeah.
I think I turned them off because, you know, these guys don't know me. Like it's not personal. Like they don't have something out against. They just want money. They just want something. You know what I mean? And if I'm gonna put up a fight and it's gonna cause, you know, trouble for them, they'd rather just go to someone else that's going to give it up straight away. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I think, you know, maybe I might have been lucky that morning because I do have other friends that are, you know, in London that have been mugged and they had to give up their stuff and stuff like that. But in that scenario, you know, I was lucky that morning. But there was also another scenario, pretty much same exact thing. Yep. This time I was with that girl that I was meant to meet up with. Yeah. So I was with her and I was sitting in one chair. She was sitting opposite me and the same exact thing. Two guys were talking on the platform. We pulled up again.
It's like a tactic.
Yeah, it's literally a tactic that they do over there. And then same exact seating operation. One guy was in the front to the left. The other guy was right behind me. But this time I'm not by myself. This time it's not my paranoia. This time there's a girl here that's seeing everything as well. So she's like looking at me and then, you know, she's like, I could tell by her face that, you know, she's looking like a bit distressed. So then instead of like standing up and cracking my knuckles, then I started just going in this conversation with her that, you know, I got into this fight and I smashed these guys and, you know, I fucking belted them and like blah, blah, blah. Same thing. Next stop, they get off and they're gone.
Use the tactic.
Yeah. So, but this time I used like words, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, with travel, just quickly before we end, with travel, have you ever had experiences with food poisoning? I'm going to tell you one from me.
Yes. I've got one in Thailand.
All right, you go first and then I'll tell mine.
So Thailand, we went to this restaurant. And this is, I think it was actually the first time I went to Thailand. So first time we went to Thailand, we stayed at this big resort and the resort was okay. The resort was nice. And right opposite the resort, there's just like this restaurant, right? A seafood restaurant. Yeah. And me not knowing any better, thinking, you know, Thailand, you know, they've got lots of nice seafood and blah, 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 blah. You know, I ordered this freaking seafood platter, Balmain bugs, lobsters, like every like, you know, bug and lobster under the sun, this massive big plate. Okay. And I ate the food and every single bit of it just tasted like muddy water. Like it all had the same taste. And I was so stupid. I didn't even think like, oh, this food could be dodgy. I actually just ate it all.
Well,
and literally after I ate that, I was like, could not leave my hotel room for like 3-4 days. Like I was on the toilet nonstop and it was coming out on both ends and it was just horrendous. And like, even like on the third day, I'm like, okay, I'm okay now. I think I can leave the hotel room. I took like a couple of steps. I'm like, nah, I can't. And I ran back in and I went straight to the toilet. I was like violently ill. I was like cold sweats, shivering. You know what I mean? Like I thought like, you know, life was coming to an end.
Did you go to the hospital?
I didn't go to hospital. I ended up drinking heaps of Hydrolyte and I think I took some medication and stuff like that. Good. And I ended up being okay after I think the 4th day. But that was really, really rough. Yeah, really, and I think after that, I never touched seafood entirely never again.
Was okay. Have you ever had food poisoning experiences like that?
No, not really.
You're pretty careful, I think.
Yeah.
When I was in Vietnam, I had almost the exact same experience. I went to a wedding and Tom was there, our friend Tom, and I went with my brother, my younger brother. We went to an island called Foodgasm, and a French couple got married. They were mutual friends of all of ours. And the wedding banquet, on the menu was seafood hot pot.
Oh. That would normally sound good. Seafood hot pot should be good.
Should be good. Should be
good. Yeah.
Look, I did become quite ill. Yeah, next morning, same thing. It was just like a movement in my tummy, like a groan, and I knew something was bad. And then from then it just went downhill. Like you said, out both ends, back and front. And there was an outbreak at the wedding. About 8 or 9 guests, were all sick.
Got sick.
And I discovered, I took a walk next to the beach. I discovered they were getting the seafood from the beach, but there was effluent or sewage running out from the resort. Running out from the resort.
No.
That's why you're a lot safer to eat the chicken and the beef.
But I swear, I went back to, and that's, I'm with you there, chicken or beef.
See, I'm the most cautious traveller. When we went to Fiji for the first time, I'm all about the Buscapans and the anti-vomits. Does the asking everyone, does the ice come from bags or do you got to.
I've got
to, I have a fear of vomiting, so I fucking avoid it at all costs. It's a legitimate fear. I can't.
But you can take it 2 ways though. So where I got sick was actually a restaurant. It wasn't like a street stall. It wasn't.
True.
It wasn't
and that's the same with me. I've never got sick from street food.
There you go. I reckon it's safer to eat the street food rather than the restaurants, because my logic is because that order the food that I ordered from that restaurant, it's one of the bigger things on the menu, and I don't think it gets ordered that often, so how long was that sitting there? How many flies were sitting on that thing out back? Do you know what I mean? How many flies were manifesting in that and laying the eggs or doing whatever it was, as opposed to street food where the food comes in and it's sold straight away. As soon as it comes in, it goes kind of thing. It's very quick turnover with the street food as opposed to some random thing you order at a random restaurant.
I agree with you there.
I didn't have any food poisoning, but when we were in Fiji, we met this really lovely couple, Matt and I, and the wife and I hit it off. And so the husbands ended up, or Matt and her husband ended up going back to the room, and we were, stayed out drinking. Now, I'm not a big drinker, 1 or 2, and that's it. You have me, I'm gone. But for some reason, it was when I was halfway through my second drink. I don't even know what happened. I was so drunk. It hit
spiking,
me. I don't even know what it was.
I think she's just a lightweight. I think
maybe
there's been a lightweight
just
issue
because I really, truly was a lightweight.
Yeah.
But then she had to bring me up into the room. Matt took me and he had to shower me. I threw up everywhere. Again, both ends.
How many drinks did you have that night?
I only had 1.5.
Then
it wasn't
you probably got
that
spiked actually.
And then, but the worst thing was, because I was drunk as well, I fell in the bathtub and I bruised myself. And on top of that, the next morning we went June buggying.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, it was it was. Normally it'd be so much fun June buggying through the hills of Fiji, and it really was gorgeous, but my God, was I feeling every bump and cow shit being flung up.
We got cow shit all over us.
I came home and I fell in the tub again. It was just horrendous, but that feeling of oh, it's disgusting.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's bad.
I was coming back from Machu Picchu in South America, and we went to a road stop, and the bus driver deliberately stopped in front of this shop. And I thought to myself...
So he gets a commission from that shop.
Yeah.
Could have been.
Yeah, 100% that's the reason he stopped there.
But I felt sorry for the other shop because no one was going there. So I thought, I'll give the other shop a go. I went there. I bought a pineapple.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I thought... so I started eating it, and then I threw a bit to the dog, the stray dog that was there. The stray dog just sniffed it. He went... and then walked straight off. And I thought, shit, that might not be a good sign.
Sign right there.
Yeah. I was like, that doesn't look too good. Like 40 minutes later, my stomach was like a washing machine, just churning.
Especially on the bus as well.
I begged the bus driver, stop the bus. I need a caca, like go toilet. Yeah, necesito caca, ahorita, like right now, right now. So I ran into this restaurant in this town, and man, it just exploded.
Oh,
yeah,
wow! Straight away, as
it
soon
was
as you
just like
ate it, bang.
I don't want to.
You
turn
dropped
out
the bomb.
Yeah, and then I could
Atomic.
hear the people outside, like because the dunny is in the middle of the floor, like in the middle of the restaurant, I guess, kind of close proximity to some of the diners.
Oh my God!
I just heard them laughing. They were like, yeah, like that. That's how they were laughing.
They laugh like, he had the pineapple.
It was true. But recovering from that was awful. I was so dehydrated. I was at altitude, on top of that, and I was fading in and out of consciousness. I felt for me. Yeah.
Because when you get to that stage,
it was bad.
You can't.
It was bad. It was. I would not.
Sometimes it's easy to take Pringles with you and don't miss the random
Yeah.
pineapple. It's easy to say that in hindsight, I guess. But.
Yeah. Well, I've learnt this, and you have too. I'm guessing.
Yeah,
No seafood.
No seafood. Yeah. Seafood's not an option in Thailand for me anymore. Right? The pain and the stress that I went through in those 3-4 days.
You can't trust
trauma. Yeah, it's never going to happen again for me. Like I'd rather just not eat seafood and not go through that than risk it. Yeah. And especially on holidays too. You don't want to spend 3-4 days in the hotel room not going anywhere. It's the worst. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to go out and see every place when you're on holidays.
Not be like, I need a toilet.
Yeah,
close to me.
Right where I am. Yeah. Like, has to be like 2 meters from me and that's it. Yeah.
You know what? Having said that, putting all that aside, I think probably Matt and I, one of the best places we've ever eaten was Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
Would you agree, Matt?
Which place?
It was that dosa place in.
That was good, but I also really liked the food from the Marriott.
At the hotel.
I've always wanted to go to
You know
Sri
what?
Lanka.
The Marriott, like what's the Willagama? Yeah, so Willagama, Sri Lanka. The Marriott there is like 5-star resort. It's like one of those resorts that you see in like an American romantic film. You know what I mean? Like everything's perfect. Everyone's friendly. Yeah. The food is like spectacular. The breakfast, the dinner, like everything is like 5-star.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we went there for my cousin's wedding. There was like thousands and thousands of flowers everywhere. Like
it was just gorgeous.
My uncle went nuts with it, but like it was like it was literally like an American comedy, American rom-com.
Rom-com.
It looked like something out of a movie.
Like James Bond in a way.
Yeah, like James Bond. Like the resorts,
classic.
Classic. Like right on the beach. You know. I mean, like
where is it in Sri Lanka?
Willagama.
But the only thing that I would say is a downside to that is like you see like the extreme like
slums.
Yeah. So you see the extreme like 5-star resort, everything's perfect, everything's a dream, and then you literally just walk down the street and it's like total slums. You know what I mean? It's just
same with Fiji.
Same with Fiji, but that spot in particular, there was a lot of Fiji as well. Actually, like there's just way too much contrast between like a 5-star resort and then the reality of just what's down the street. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of messed up. Like, if these hotels have that much money to make like these crazy rooms and these beautiful pools and like these staff that are so friendly, like they should be, putting some money with what's going on down the street too.
Into the community.
Yeah, they should invest with what's going down the street. They should invest in the community because what's good for the community is going to be good for them too. And I think like a lot of these, big, Marriott and all these big resorts, I think they miss the mark on that for sure.
Well, they're not Sri Lankan companies, are they?
No, they're international.
They're international.
Oh, really?
Well,
it's not like the money's going into Sri Lanka and helping out the people there. It's probably.
But it's the general principle that they should be fixing that area. Like they want people to come to that resort, so they should fix that area as a whole. It's in their interest for sure.
And it's funny because you're driving down the road and you think, and the driver says, "Oh, we'll be there in 2 minutes." You look around, and you're like, "Really?" Because we're like in the slums of Sri Lanka, and then next minute you turn the corner and there's this beautiful grand hotel, and it's just amazing.
Yeah.
And you almost feel guilty going in there because you just came from like, the slummy area where you got like a drink from some random grocery store and like you see like, total poverty, and then next minute you're walking into a 5-star resort like you're about to order a cocktail. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a different,
total different worlds.
different world.
It's not like Australia where everything is kind of similar and the same, and there's not much contrast like here compared to overseas.
So those people that in the slums, do they even walk past the hotels?
For sure that they would walk past.
But they don't walk in.
No.
They wouldn't even really be allowed, I reckon, to walk in. Yeah. They would be told to move for sure. Yeah.
And that's why I think when we went to Fiji, it was, because I think that was probably even worse than some bits of Sri Lanka. Just people out sitting on the side of the road, and when we left the hotel in Fiji, I left behind like all of my shampoo and like all of that. And I said to the lady, to the housekeeping lady, I said, just take it all for your family or whatever. I said, like I had unopened bottles of stuff as well, and I said, just take it. Left them Panadol, left it all. Yeah,
that's nice.
Like, you don't need it. Yeah.
I hope there's some kind of movement to help fix that situation in the places you've been to sort of help those people out and give them a hand up,
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, we might leave it there. We've covered so much ground tonight. Thanks again for joining us.
From dirty burgers to the slums of Fiji.
We actually ended up doing 2 topics, I think, in one podcast, which is all right. But
do you mind if we finish off with a rhyme? Would that be cool?
Sure.
Let's do it. This time, Muzike has to contribute and he has to actually do something and say something this time.
Okay.
So get ready, Muzi, because you're going to have to say something or do something right now. All right.
So you've got to rhyme with food. So think about that. We'll go to Gin first.
No, I think you start again first and then Muzi second, and then we'll go around that way.
Okay.
No, go the other way.
Other way? Oh, he needs time. Come on, mate.
Do you need just one word, Harry?
So anything.
No, you're going to do like a sentence.
Oh, yeah, a sentence. Yeah.
Okay,
so
you
me
start
first and then
Gin. Okay.
Food puts me in the mood.
To go out and have a good feed with a dude.
I'm not talking about dudes. I just want to eat something, have some food, chill back, kick back, eat some burgers and get a real mood, getting soon. I want to get down and feel the mood, and I'm going to kick the Muzike. What do you think right now, bro?
Well, I want to get nude.
And I'm not trying to be rude, but good food puts me in the mood.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay, Muzike, can you sign off for us, please?
Thanks, guys. This is episode 9. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next podcast.
See you then.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Hydrogen will be a clear winner.
Yeah.
Clearly. A lot of people sit behind the wheel like a sack of potatoes, mate. To get on a motorbike would be an education for them.
A robot would be no match for me.
I mean, what would you rather have? How could you complain against any of those things? They can only be positive, mate. Can save a lot of broken hearts.
But it's worth it. Paying that extra bit, then you're going to save a lot of money on fuel each year.